Wisconsin heavyweight Connor Medbery into the semis here at the Midlands. Day started maybe a little slow for you, the 2-1 win, and things picked up from there. What was your assessment on the day as a whole?
Yeah, I think, like you said, it kind of started a little slow. Maybe didn't wrestle my best match at first, but like you said, I got things going a little bit more, got back to my offense. Give credit to the first kid I wrestled. He was very athletic, moved his feet very well, and so it's hard to get to my attacks and stuff. But then I got it going a little bit more. Started a little slow in my quarterfinals match, but ended up getting the pin in the second, right tough on top. And overall, it was a good day. I think there's little things to improve on and just to build on. Obviously, you want to get better as the tournament goes on because the competition gets better. So just build from today and move on.
What went into the decision to redshirt last year, and what was the best thing that came out of it for you?
Yeah, I think there was a couple things with it. The first was that it gave me an opportunity to develop my skills more, to just get better and a little bit bigger and stronger. And then also with my lifelong goals, I guess, with medical school and stuff like that, I was able to take the MCAT during that year off and things like that. So it was kind of a win-win in that situation where I was able to take that year, really focus on training, but also have that opportunity to focus on the MCAT and try to do well on that. And the biggest takeaway, I would say, just being able to, I say this a lot, but traveling with the guys that have been there, doing it for a long time, kind of picking their brain. You know, when you go on those international trips, you're there for a week with the guys, so you kind of get to know them better, but you also can kind of pick their brains about what they're doing, how they're preparing, and then how they're training. So that's been really helpful.
Was there anything you missed about the college grind, the day-to-day stuff?
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot different. Like you said, it is a grind where you have matches pretty much every week, where internationally you go on one trip maybe every couple months, and so the training's a lot different. But what I missed the most, I think, was the team and just being able to have that camaraderie and trying to work together towards one goal. I did a lot of workouts on my own last year, and so getting back in the room with a group of guys and kind of having tough workouts together is always nice.
Where are you at with med school now?
Yeah, so I'm just waiting to hear back for interviews. I have one actually at Penn State, so I'm going out there. But yeah, just waiting to hear back for the interviews. There's about 5 or 6 more schools that I'm waiting to hear back for, but we'll see.
How would you balance that with a post-grad career?
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's something that's kind of up in the air. I'm trying just to focus on this season and then focus on trying to get into med school and then worry about that problem when it comes about. But I'm not sure what my future looks like. Obviously, I want to be involved in the sport in some aspect, but we'll see what it looks like moving forward.
Not to get too ahead of ourselves, because you got a couple matches tomorrow, but you know, no matter how those turn out, you got a big one coming up the first of the year, the first week of the year. What have you thought about that one with Kyle Snyder?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he'll be there. I know that's when the USA Wrestling camp is, and so the training camp or whatever, and so I'm not sure if he'll be there or not, but you know, you just gotta kind of approach it like every other match. Just you got to get ready to go. Obviously, he's going to bring a lot of pace and a lot of attacks at you, so you got to be ready for that. And then, yeah, just making sure that you're doing the little things right day in and day out, and treat it as every other match. I mean, I can't wrestle some kid that I'm wrestling here any different than I'm wrestling Kyle Snyder. I want to treat those two the same and be just as ready for those.
You got the chance to go to Rio.
Yeah.
What was that like for you, that opportunity to go with Travell?
Yeah, that experience was great. Obviously going with Travell, that's a huge honor. He's a guy that's been around 2 cycles now, and so being able to go with him and pick his brain again, all those guys, you're around a lot of good. One thing big for me is there were a lot of good Christian guys on that trip, and so just having those guys being strong in their faith and how that correlates into wrestling really helps me too, because I'm a guy that tries to do that and tries to, you know, glorify God through my wrestling. It's always a struggle to how to do that effectively and do that well, but I think overall it was just a great experience to be at the Olympic Games, and then the relationships that I built over those 3 weeks that we were there were unforgettable.
Travell's obviously just getting started with his coaching career, but you know, everybody that is around him talks about his wrestling mind. Yeah. What was the greatest lesson you learned from being around him?
Man,
or 2 or 3?
Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, he just, the way he looks at the sport and views the sport is so different than I think more people are catching on to it. But it's definitely a unique thing where, you know, viewing the training process more important than like the actual outcomes and like how you're training. A lot of guys think that they just need to like, coach tells you to do something, you got to do it. That's great, but you also got to look out for what you're doing and making sure that you're doing what's best that's going to win you matches. If you've gone 3 days straight wrestling hard, maybe you need to take a day off or something, or like go lighter or something like that. And obviously, that's something that really has helped me. And then just within the match, little techniques that he knows. He's so technical, especially for a big guy. Just the little things that he's helped me with defense and finishing and stuff like that has been great.